Alright boys, welcome to a tank review. This will be my first video on YouTube, so I hope you like it, honestly. If you don't, I'll quit. No, I'm just kidding. Today we're going to be talking about the Panzer II Luchs. The Luchs has a 20mm autocannon, which holds 10 rounds, which I find that thing to be pretty lethal. Some people are saying they have problems with it, but I find it to be a damn blast. It's excellent at taking out infantry. It can take out planes in less than 5 rounds. It's just, you know, you can basically do anything with this little monster. It's all around type of vehicle. It's very fast, but the turn of control lacks a little bit on it, okay? It doesn't turn corners very well. It's very slow. So if you come up on a tank and you ain't turned, you're basically screwed, because this damn thing is so slow on turning. But it's the fastest light tank that I guess cancels that out or evens it out, basically. Can't be too overpowered, you know what I'm saying? It's faster than the Russian T-70. And I feel like it can combat the Chaffees very well. The Chaffee's still king, definitely, because that damn 75mm cannon. But the Luchs is just something else. It's like I can't grasp what it is, you know. It don't have the best armor. The front upper of the face has about 30mm, or has 30mm. The front lower part of it, the front lower face has 30mm again, and the sides all the way around 20mm. The rear 20mm, the top 13mm, so you're gonna die if you get hit by a plane. So keep in mind to stay to the flanks, or keep to the flanks. The front turret 30mm, the mantlet 30mm, sides turret 20 all the way around, and the top is 13mm on the turret. So a very lightly armored vehicle. It's basically a reconnaissance, or it is a reconnaissance vehicle. And the cost is not that expensive. It's a little bit pricey. I mean, if you get it, you will not be disappointed though. It takes a little bit of practice. You're not going to get it down. You'll think it sucks actually when you first start to play it, but once you get it down, you can tear shit up in this thing. Let me tell you, it's a little monster. Like if you try to hide it or run from this thing as like a T-70 or a Chaffee, this motherfucker will hunt you down and kill you because it's so fast. And plus, you got to watch your back with this thing too, because dude, this is a flanking tank. Okay, you cannot face a T-70 or a Chaffee head on. It will not work with you. You'll have a very bad day, as the T-70 has extremely thick frontal armor and 20mm rounds can barely pin. You'll get lucky if you pin the front face of it, but it can pin the lower face, you know, where it angles off a bit. But I've noticed the reload speed too on it is not that good. I mean, it's an autocannon and all, but the reload speed is just not there. You have to have the perk faster reload for tanker on gold to basically stay to it, because you'll find yourself reloading a lot and it's so slow. And plus, not to mention the 30mm on the other light tanks and 45mm, they will absolutely demolish you. You can only focus on one tank at a time if you ain't got fast reload. Basically, how I play, or noticed how to play this thing, is if you take flank routes or get behind enemy tanks. I think that's what it's designed for, actually. You get around and you flank tanks, and that's how you get the majority of your kills. It's a reconnaissance vehicle. It's not really a tank, in my opinion. But, you know, if you get used to it, and if you buy APCR rounds and high explosive rounds, you'll be tearing up infantry. It's an excellent, you know, AT Rambos, as we like to call them in the Heroes and Generals community. Everybody hates those damn things if you're a tanker. Them guys they make it their job to annoy the piss out of you, okay? But this thing is a challenge for them, because it's so fast, and it has 10 high explosive rounds in the autocannon. It's very, you know, if you play it good enough, it'll be very rarely if you get hit or hunted down by AT Rambos, because they don't want to deal with you. You got too much firepower for them and you're too fast. But you got to keep an eye open for it, because we know the motherfuckers like to come after you no matter what. If you're in spawn, they don't give a damn. They'll like heat seek toward your ass. But anyways, the armor, like I said, it is extremely weak. You do not want to be facing any tank from the front unless you know you can actually pull off a kill. If it's 2 tanks you're facing off, do not do it at all, unless you know absolutely for sure that you're going to kill both of them, or flee the scene and reposition. But when you are taking on the Russian T-70, aim for the tracks when using AP rounds, because that'll dish out quite a bit of damage to them, I might say. But APCR, if you got them front faced and you shoot the lower glacis or whatever, you'll probably take them down definitely by far. If you're head to head with the tank, the most effective spot to shoot is the lower glacis, like I said, the lower section of the tank. Try to stay away from shooting the turret, as some shots might bounce. But actually, to contradict that, I actually found out that shooting the Chaffee head on, face to face, it's about like a 65% chance that you'll land most or penetrate most rounds that you put into it, given a 10 round magazine and the autocannon. If you're raging about, you know, getting killed by AT Rambos in this thing, you know, there's something that you're doing wrong. You're not moving. You need to stay on the move. If you stay on the move, it makes their job very difficult to kill you. And most of the time, it's on your terms, so you'll come out on top most of the times if you play it smart. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, rate, and subscribe. And I'll see you in another, maybe, yeah, I'll definitely be doing another tank review for tomorrow. So I hope you enjoy. See you later.